This is the plaintiff, Melissa Blackman. She says the defendant, her neighbor of 24 years, who she planned on going on a cruise with, won't reimburse her the money she owes her. The defendant ended up taking her son's girlfriend on the cruise instead of her. She refuses to reimburse the $495.28 she's owed, so she's suing. This is the defendant, Mary Hodges Nelson. She says the plaintiff backed out of the cruise 2 weeks before they were set to sail, and any beef she has about money is between her and the cruise line. She has no idea why this woman she's known for so long is getting all crazy on her, because she simply doesn't owe her and thinks the judge will agree. She's accused of sinking a friendship.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says that her neighbor of 24 years will not reimburse her for money that she fronted for a cruise they were supposed to take. But the defendant says the plaintiff backed out so tough, it's the case of I cruise while you snooze.
Thank you, Douglas. Melissa Blackman, you're suing your neighbor and friend of 24 years, Mary Hodges Nelson, for $495.28, the cost of a cruise that she refuses to reimburse you for. Tell me what happened. You folks had a plan to do what?
To go on a cruise to the Bahamas, and from Florida to the Bahamas.
From where in Florida?
From New York to
From
Florida
New York
and the Bahamas.
Okay. All right. And then a little thing called Irma happened, Hurricane Irma, and you freaked out.
I did.
Okay. But you ended up going on the cruise.
Yes.
And with no incident, right? Nothing went wrong. Okay. But you can understand how she might have not wanted to go once she was going to back out, right?
Yeah, I can understand a little bit of it. I didn't want to go either, but I know I couldn't get my money back.
Right. And that's established that people could not get, it was a non-refundable $495. But what happens is you discuss with her and she tells you what?
That her son's girlfriend wanted to go, and that she would pay she would see that I wouldn't lose my money, and that she would give me my money back. I had other people that wanted to go, but they didn't know them.
Right.
So I felt that since her son's girlfriend knew them, that it would only be fair that she go.
Right. So what happens with your son's girlfriend?
First of all, my son's girlfriend didn't have no job, and I told her if she go that she had to make her payment. She had to make payment plans to her. So I told her, you think about that before you answer. So she said, all right, I'll get back to you and I'll let you know, do I want her to go? So all right, so she calls me back and said, oh, well, she can go, but the reason why she called me back, because she called Anthony, the cruise man, said there's no refunds, so in order for you to get your money back, it's best for you to make a deal with somebody.
Right.
All right, but so I vouched for the girl. I said, well.
What does I vouch for the girl mean?
I said, if she don't pay you your money, I will make sure you get your money. That's what I said, so.
That's called a guarantee.
But
that's why she's suing you.
All right, but she never gave the girl a chance to even pay her money.
Well, when was the cruise?
The cruise was on the October 22nd to the 29th. And
when was the plan of when you'd get your money?
First, Mary told me that she would pay me on the 1st. She would pay me half on the 1st.
No, but my question to you is there anywhere that it says what the timetable was? Because that's her complaint.
In my text back to her, I told her, you said that you would pay me on the 1st, which was on the 1st.
The 1st of what?
October.
And the cruise was going to be when?
The 22nd. She was going to pay me, she said that she would pay me half on the 1st.
Let me see the text. Do you have them in your phone?
I do.
Okay. Did you tell her that you would pay her?
I told her I was going to pay her half. I said, I'm going to see what this girl mother going to give me, and whatever I could get to you, that's what I'm going to get to you.
The deal of that the girlfriend would go was struck when? Is it September what that deal was struck?
12th.
The deal was?
Wow, 2 days after the hurricane? You did freak out. All right, so.
No, it wasn't no deal struck then. As she get closer, she would think about, well, I'm not going. I don't know as I'm going. I'm thinking about it.
Okay, just show me the text. That'll tell me when everything was struck.
Everything's not in the text because...
No, I understand. But let's see what is in the text. Because let me tell you what my experience is. When it's not in the text, you're going to say it was one thing and you're going to say it was another. How are you guys who are friends your neighbors for 24 years? But you roll your eyes, but both of you let $495 get in the way of a 24-year... How many 24-year friendships you've got? I don't know, maybe you have a lot. I mean, can you spare one? Because, that's kind of rare. Okay, so the first discussion on text that I see, what's up? She get her first check on the 13th. And she's angry. She says, I didn't make an agreement with her. You told me you would give me half on the first, and that's why I gave you my reservation number and agreed to this situation. And then you say, I have to pay my back rent before to court, I would give you something. And I told you I will vouch for her. If she don't pay, I will pay.
That's right.
Okay. That is not what you said, Baba. I'm really curious. What does your son say, and what does the girlfriend say
My son
about
don't
the
even
position?
really know what's going on.
Why not?
Well, my son, he don't know like the transfers that like we made. And the girl,
Yeah, but he doesn't know you're at the people's court over this?
I told him that she's suing me.
You're right, she's suing you, and so you didn't talk. Wait, when you get the lawsuit in your hands, you don't call girlfriend and say, hey, cough up some money, I'm getting sued?
No, because, like I said, she would have gave people time that the girl got time to make her payment plan.
Right, but see, here's the thing. The time she has to give is the time she agreed to give.
She didn't agree to give no time.
Hold on. I'm looking at text to you.
She didn't put no time
Hold
on
on.
So is it a bad idea for two friends to go on vacations together where one says, yeah, I'll pay you back when we come back?
Yes, bad idea.
Because?
Because they don't normally pay back.
Is that true that normally friends stiff friends?
If you don't have money, you don't have money.
Okay, but what about circumstances? I mean, would you ever do that? Would you ever do that?
I mean, you really can't trust anybody, but potentially you should make a contract. I don't know.
I love that we're at you cannot trust anybody. Well, no. But what's interesting about this, you're the third person to say that to me today.
It's the truth.
And not here either, going inside the courtroom.
I'm looking at texts to you that say, what are you talking about? I agreed that you would give me half on the first. Hold on. And if that's not true, I expect your answer to be, no, I didn't.
Well, I must have
it's going
right
to be
back.
November something. I would expect that.
All right.
But I didn't. What I saw was you saying to her, I've got bills. And I've got, sorry, I got to come up with rent. I can't, and blah, blah. So it sounds to me like it's kind of fun to have the girlfriend there. It's fun for your son. Everybody's happy. And then, and then the payment plan didn't exactly go the way the payment plan's supposed to go. You've gotten how much? Zero?
Zero.
Because it wasn't a payment plan.
Yeah, but what do you think is going to happen? That she can go on the cruise and not pay for it? And
No,
that...
I didn't think that she wasn't going to pay for it.
Okay.
I thought she was going to do a payment plan with her, but I know
Right,
it was
but
going to
that's
be
why
before
you
the
shouldn't
cruise,
say if she does...
Because it was so close to the cruise.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I hear what you're saying, all right? She did file the lawsuit rather quickly. However, the only question for me is did she file it before she could? And the only evidence I have of when she could is the only text I have about when she was supposed to get some payment. But I am well past October 1st, and nobody has paid her anything.
She don't answer none of my phone calls or nothing. And now I figure out
but
why
your
she
phone
didn't
calls are
answer
to
it.
tell her what?
To say like what's going on? Because she texts the girl.
What's the girl saying?
I told her how I didn't appreciate that she was on this trip without paying.
Right, and what'd she say?
She never replied.
Oh. Did you tell her, hey, I'm getting sued for this?
Oh yeah, I told her that.
And what'd she say?
Well, she just started working. She was like,
Good, then she can pay you back. Apparently, since you vouch for her and you're not worried about her honesty, she can pay you back. Because when I've got you making the comment, if she doesn't pay you, I will, and I've got the text that appears that she's already supposed to have been paid by now, which was well before the cruise, that she was supposed to get some payment. It sounds to me like you got to make good on your promise to vouch for her. You have to understand, I know it's just talk in your head, but there are legal ramifications for some of our speech. And when you say, if she doesn't pay you, I will, then the question becomes, okay, you're a guarantor. That's it. So then the question becomes, when are you supposed to pay? And when the only evidence I have of that, because none of you put anything in writing and, you know, in terms of a contract or a promissory note or anything else, what I have to look at is what does the evidence appear to indicate? Because you're saying there's no timetable, and you're saying I'm supposed to get half on the first. It sounds to me like she was supposed to get half on the first when she sends that text and you send that answer, which isn't, no, you weren't. It's, sorry, I've got bills. So I'm going to find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $495.28, and you can collect it from girlfriend and her, your son, who I'm sure had fun with his girlfriend there. So they can both flip some burgers and get you paid back, okay? That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff is going to get her money back, the $495. Ms. Nelson, the defendant, is coming out of the courtroom. So you got to pay her because you guaranteed it, and that means you're going to have to try and get it now for yourself from your son's girlfriend.
I'm good. I'm used to taking losses.
No, but wait. You think you'll get the money back from the girlfriend?
I got a big heart.
So you're going to
always get it back.
You will get it back.
That's right.
What about the friendship? Is it over now?
If it was a real friendship, we would have handled it on the phone.
Well, yeah, that's right. So it sounds to me like it's not a real friendship. Am I right? Hey, that's what it sounds like. Ms. Blackman, you've won. I mean, you get the money now, finally. You were in a hurry to get it, though, weren't you? I wasn't.
I was in a hurry after she sent me the text to sue her. I was going to originally go after the girl.
Yeah.
But she sent me a nasty text saying that she did have fun on the trip and blah, 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 and to sue her. And I did, the very next day.
You took her advice.
I did.
All
and
right.
according to her, she doesn't have any friends.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Harvey?
Okay, look, I mean, Doug, when you promise to pay somebody something, you can't use it as an excuse that you'll only pay them when a third person pays you money that you then will front back to them. If you have an obligation, you have the obligation to pay. Forget about the third person. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.